Hi folks, it's Richard from Inclusive Driving. We've been keeping a secret from you. Do you remember Alex from this video? Well, before Christmas, Alex passed his driving test on his first attempt, but we weren't allowed to tell anyone until he'd told his family. And he's told his family on Christmas Day, so we can now share the good news with you. Well done, Alex. And here is the video of his driving test with some commentary on it. Hi folks, it's Richard from Inclusive Driving, and here we have another driving test analysis video. So as you saw straight away, there was a driving fault. We're turning right and the car was positioned too far on the right as we came out of the gate. Nobody was trying to come in, so it was a driving fault, not a serious fault. And even though it's very early on in the test, here comes another driving fault. Steering turning left. Again, we're just getting used to this, I think. And again, we go over that centre line. Nobody coming towards us, so nobody affected. So a driving fault, not a serious fault. And we're asked to pull up on the left in a safe place. This was a good speed. We'd got a parked car on the left and traffic coming towards us. So that gave the candidate time to assess how much room there was. Was it safe to go past the parked cars? We'd also got the pedestrian on the right. Good speed there. We're turning right at the traffic lights. This was done successfully. This junction is a bit of an awkward one. You have to remember that when you are green, the traffic opposite you is also green. Now the shape of this junction is not square. It's a slightly staggered offset junction. So you've got to make sure that you don't drift over to the right if you need to wait for a gap in the oncoming traffic. There's a more detailed video on this traffic light junction, which I'll put in the corner of the video now. We're keeping a nice distance from the car in front. That's good. And well done for spotting this hazard early on. Personally, I probably would have gone past the red car like the candidate did, but then not got so close to the next car. I probably would have pulled in a bit sooner and not got so close to the curb. It makes it look like you're parked now. So traffic approaching from behind might be misled and think you're parked, and they'll try and overtake you. So maybe stay further back, closer to the red car. Don't get so close to the car. Maybe use a little bit of angle just to suggest that you're going to be moving again soon. I liked what you did here when you could see there was a bin man behind the car as well. Well done. Good use of speed again, because we don't know what that other learner car is doing. And now the speed increases. Well done. I do like how it's very obvious that you're increasing and decreasing your speed according to the level of risk. Well done. And we're turning right at the end of this road. We're now going to see a driving fault. We're asked to pull up on the left in a safe place, but we pull up on the left opposite a side road on the right. And you'll also see that there's a protected right turn area next to us, so it's not the best place to stop. Nobody was affected, as in there was no traffic affected behind us trying to get into the side road, and there was nobody trying to come out of the side road. I think it could have been a very different result if either of those had happened. So driving fault given, but could very easily have become a serious fault depending on what other traffic was doing. We're turning left here. The position could have been much further to the left. We're almost in a position suggesting that we're turning right. I don't think a driving fault was given here, but I think it could have been. There's a left turn coming up. This was done really well. The camera is only showing you directly ahead, but it's fairly obvious from the positioning and the speed of the vehicle that the candidate had looked to the side and had scoped out the side road and spotted that there was a lorry unloading and applied the appropriate amount of caution there. And notice that we're going into a 20 mph speed limit. There was a driving fault here because the candidate got up to about 24 miles an hour, realised very quickly and brought the speed down again, but that was a driving fault. Great approach to the traffic light. Braking early, well done. This move off is known as the angled start, or more simply, moving off from behind a parked car. So you've got to assess what's happening behind and in front, because the front of your car is going to have to go onto the wrong side of the road here. The traffic lights coming up catch a lot of people out, and I don't really know why, whether it's the shape of the junction or the fact you're going down a slight hill, or whether it's the keep clear. Really not sure why this is a common problem. This was a driving fault because although we slowed excessively and unnecessarily, it didn't affect anybody. This was another place where it very easily could have been a serious fault if there'd been another car behind us. We're turning left at the traffic lights. And a good decision to stop there. These traffic lights have a left filter arrow, so even though there's a red light displayed, once the green arrow comes on, if you are turning left, you can go. So the traffic that's turning into the road on the left, if we watch for them either slowing or watch for the fact that there's no more traffic, the traffic lights are probably going to change. The sensors will pick up the lack of traffic, and there's our green light. So well anticipated there. That's a good approach speed. You're able to stop if necessary, but you're making good progress on the roundabout. Well done. And we're on to a 50-mile-an-hour dual carriageway. Possibly could have got more speed up here, or got the speed up a little sooner perhaps. No driving fault given. So even though it's a 50 road and it's dry conditions, we only really got up to about 40. Now we've got two roundabouts together, and what normally happens in this direction is the instructions are given separately. It would be nice if they were given together. We're going left followed by straight on. But the only instruction that's given normally at the moment is left first exit. If we knew we were going straight on afterwards, we could maybe use the middle lane. And we're now given an instruction of follow the road ahead or straight on, second exit. So we've got to do a safe lane change here. I like how you handle the lorry here. not going alongside it. Never go alongside a lorry on a bend. Roundabouts are bends. So well done there. Positioning for waiting for the oncoming car was much better there. Didn't get too close to the pavement, so no chance of anyone trying to overtake you because they thought you were parked. Make use of reflections in shop windows here to see if there's anybody coming from the right. The view is a little bit closed at this mini roundabout. We're going ahead second exit, so we're looking for a straight arrow. As you'll see, it's not the left lane on this one. So there was great lane positioning here. The left lane disappears and your middle lane then becomes the left lane. Remember, there is one lane to your right. So you've got to drive on the crust of the pizza, the outside of the roundabout. You'll notice you haven't seen a reversing manoeuvre yet, and that's because the reverse was a forwards bay park done at the very start of the test on the test centre car park, and anything that's filmed on the test centre property I don't upload. I like the positioning here, as though you're anticipating going around the bus, but then recognising that the bus is moving off. So good effort there. So the rest of the test was uneventful. We're nearly back at the test centre now. Overall, this was a pass. There were 6 driving faults awarded. Looking at the footage, I could only find 5 of them. Well, you probably recognise where we are now. It's a right turn back into the industrial estate where the test centre is. Well, I hope that's been useful to you. I hope you've seen how 2 of the faults could very easily have become serious faults if circumstances had been different. So bear that in mind when you are driving on your lessons. All in all though, 6 driving faults, a good pass. Well, I hope that's been useful, and we'll see you on another video very soon.